Tonight we're going to be talking about art and the role of art in building a strong economy. Along that, we are lucky to have with us Trieste Andrews, who's with the Three Rivers Artists Guild right here in Oregon City. So, to kick off the conversation, let's get to work. Thank you, Trieste, for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me. Thanks, Michael.
So tell us what the Three Rivers Artists Guild is.
The Three Rivers Artists Guild has a membership of around anywhere from 125 to 140 members. We're a totally volunteer, nonprofit, 501c3 organization. And our mission, to put it in just a few words, is to promote and encourage the arts in Oregon City and the extending areas in that. We do have a gallery, and it's just a way to support artists and also to support the community. There's other art groups in town that we try to partnership with and keep in touch with. And so it's been a great asset and kind of a great gift to Oregon City.
So we have 125 commercial artists here in Oregon City.
Yes, local artists at reasonable prices.
Okay.
Every 2 months our artist gallery is located in Singer Hill Cafe. We're working on our name recognition as the Three Rivers Artists Guild and Gallery. We call ourselves TRAG for short, and that's what you'll hear a lot as I talk about it. But we are located in Singer Hill Cafe, which just got voted Best Oregon City for places to meet. So if you come on down for a cup of coffee or have lunch, make sure you come and see us. Every 2 months we rotate our artists, and we have just about everything. Ceramics, 2D art, pottery, sculptures, and pretty amazing art from some really wonderful local artists.
So how did Three Rivers get started?
It got started not way before me. I've been with the Guild for probably about 5 years now, but in 2007 there were a group of artists that got together and decided that would be a great thing to put together in Oregon City. And they formed an organization and they put their bylaws together, and within that first year they had done 3 art shows. In 2009, we got into there's a little bookstore, Friends of the Library on Main Street in Oregon City, which is an amazing little used bookstore, and we had a little corner of it. And what we did most of the day was read books, because that's what people came in for. And then we had an opportunity to lease the space over at Singer Hill Cafe, and that was just an amazing opportunity. So in 2015, we moved over to the Singer Hill Cafe, and that same year, we got our 501c3 designation. So that was 2015 was a pretty exciting year for us.
So the mission is to promote the arts in Oregon City,
right,
and promote artists. So how do you do that?
Well, we do some other different festivals and events throughout the year. There's small events and then large events. Our 2 largest events of the year is the Oregon City Festival of the Arts that takes place the second weekend of August every year. There's 65 juried artists, there's all-day entertainment, there's local food vendors that come in, and very family-oriented. We even have geeks and games that join us, and it's kind of we use a lot of partnership with a lot of people in town. We try to bring our community together with that. The other event that we have is the Holiday Show. That's one of our most successful shows that takes place over at the Pioneer Community Center, and that involves probably, I think about 100 to 150 artists. Again, this art is all unique, all one of a kind, all creative, and also always very reasonable. The other thing we like to do too is that whatever money we put together is to kind of help the schools. We've given donations for school supplies, art supplies. We've partnered with End of the Oregon Trail Interpretive Center. So in our events, we're always trying to bring in community members, and Chamber's been a great supporter of us also.
So you talk about some school supplies. I mean, do you do active work with kids who may be exploring some of their artistic talent?
No, some of our Guild members are mentors in the Oregon City High School, so they're kind of a great support for us, that they'll, can kind of get involved with the kids in the art. We have tried, and we are, would like to bring the high school group in. So because we're totally volunteer, all of our hours from all of our members are always donated and squeezed in between family and full-time jobs. So, but that is one of our ideas, is to try to bring Clackamas Community College students in, bring in the high school kids, and we've tried that through our festivals, just to see if they would like to do different projects with us.
So you're trying to create environments to draw people in to see if they, if this is something that they want to pursue, even just for fun,
Right.
for personal satisfaction.
Right, absolutely, absolutely. I believe that art can join a community together. I mean, that's a great way to bring a community together and do something fun and exciting and change a culture in a city. So, we're kind of always out there, getting in touch with downtown Oregon City or the Heritage and the Tourism Club or the end of the Oregon Trail Museum and trying to be a part of that and support them as much as we ask their support. It's one hand helping another. It's chamber, let's get to work, right, Michael?
Yes, yes. So let's talk about you personally. How did you get, what kind of art do you produce?
I am mainly oils. I
Painting.
love my oils, painting.
Oil
Yep,
painting,
2D painting. When I need to do something really quick, I go to my acrylics because they dry a lot faster, but I always go back to my first love, my oils. I've painted ever since I can remember, and I'd always have some painting in the corner of whatever room, whatever apartment I was in, working on it.
What inspired that when you were younger? What?
Oh, I don't even know. I can remember, doing
Your
paintings of
your
my
family,
dog.
artistic family, or?
Well, my twin sister is an amazing artist out in Connecticut, and she's been a great inspiration to me. She put together an art cultural center in her hometown, and she is always, inspiring me to why don't we do this in Oregon City? Let's have let's have an art cultural center.
Yeah.
Let's take an old building and renovate it and make it an art cultural center. So she's been a great inspiration. Yeah.
So we talk a lot about the role of arts in economic development and the role that, if the creative class and millennials are not going to move to an area unless there is a vibrant arts culture.
Right.
So talk about do you guys talk about how you can do that, incorporate it in promoting Oregon City?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. What I've heard is statistics are showing that the two most popular places to move in Oregon is Happy Valley and Oregon City. That's why our traffic has gone crazy, which is a good thing. But there's a lot of millennials moving in, and I think they're looking for that. They're looking for a community where their kids can get involved, where they can get involved. I, in fact, have a rental house. One of my potential buyers loved my house because I have a 6x16 shed, and he's an artist, and he wants to use that 16x16 shed for his artwork. So that, you see that another potential buyer I had was a yoga instructor. She wanted that 16x16 as a yoga studio. And even through the members of Thrive, Thrive Yoga, who is thinking about a 600 square foot yoga studio now. I think that brings excitement into Oregon City and does bring people in their 30s into a place. And I know that art changes a culture, and I've seen it change Oregon City. Even our own art guild, over the last 5 years, I've seen the age range really start to bring a lot more younger people into the art guild than there ever has been. Our vice president right now is a graduate student with Marylhurst University, which I think has a problems, but she's changing with that. But that's there's a lot of young blood. Our president, someone in their 30s.
So if someone were interested in learning more about the Three Rivers Artists Guild, where do they go?
Well, we have a great website. In fact, we've really kind of revamped it and made it very, very simple and simple to get into. So it's the Three Rivers Artist, that's singular, threeriversartistguild.com. And if you go on there, you'll find all of our events. You'll find opportunities to volunteer and opportunities to join. Because even if you decide not to be in a gallery or a festival, we're so networked with Clackamas Art Alliance, with the Regional Art Cultural Center, that you'll receive 1 to 2 notifications every week of where you can go for a festival, what you can be involved in, where you can sell your art. We also have a meeting every second Monday of every month at the Pioneer Community Center, where we will have workshops. How do you set up a booth? How do you price your art? How do you market your art? How do you use Instagram? So it's really a great educational kind of opportunity with the
So
art guild.
it's not just about promoting art, but you're actually working with the artists on how to develop their own business to market their art.
Right,
And reach
right.
larger-
One of my favorite workshops we recently had was how do you set up your Facebook business account? How do you set up a business? How do you set up an event? How do you boost that event? How do you get your artwork? Another one was Instagram. How do you get name recognition as an artist on Instagram? So those are priceless, and they don't cost anything in our art guild. It's all free.
So when they become a member, it's just, these are free offerings.
Right, free offerings. Come at the second Monday of every month. You can even come to our meeting second Monday of every month for free. You don't have to even join, just to get a flavor of what we're all about.
So you're just this community resource out there doing it for the love of art, doing it because you recognize that there's a need for business development for the artists in our community. And so you're creating community within a community to support the art.
Exactly.
That sounds
Exactly.
fantastic. So,
Right.
so what's next for Trieste?
I
I mean, right now you're running this organization. Yes, yeah.
I'm kind of in charge of public relations and events, and I always have all kinds of crazy ideas. I'm always connecting
Okay, tell us,
to
what's
art.
one of those crazy ideas?
One of the crazy ideas is I was just in Texas this past week and talked to an artist where they have a chalkboard festival where they get the whole town involved. I mean, kids and shops and restaurants, and they do chalk artwork on the streets and on the sidewalks, and some of these are 3D. They're the realistic, deceptively real, like as if you're going to step into a hole, but really it's a picture on the sidewalk. And it's done with chalk that can be easily washed out. What if we did that in Oregon City?
Oh my God, well,
what
let's
if we
get
did
started with
that?
it.
I know.
Let's get to work on that. So,
Yeah. What if we took an old building and renovated it and made it into an art cultural center? I think these are all possibilities.
Well, I thank you for joining us today. Trieste Andrews, working really on building a better economy here in Oregon City through art and through the Three Rivers Artists Guild. I'm Michael Brand. Let's get to work. Thank you once again for watching the program.